Good morning, friends. Yesterday we said the open targets were 2422, 2438, and 2448. Out of that, in the last evening session, we had seen the prices hitting 2422 and 2438. So if we were to look at it, the first when I messaged 2438 was hit. In some terminal it got triggered, some terminal it was not triggering. But then ultimately in the next half an hour or so, in all the terminals, 2438 was triggered and 2439 was the top made in most of the screens. So that is the power of GAN levels. What we watch, you would have understood by whatever you are watching. So in the last 2, 3 weeks, you would have understood that the power of the GAN levels. Now is the time that today is a GAN date. Today's high and the low will be very important to watch out for. Most likely, I think we will hit 2448 in today's session. There are chances for that. In case if we were to hit the open target of 2448, we will be having uh, what do you say, there will be chances for either side open, today's open, sorry, today's high as well as the low is very, very important. Whichever side we get a breakout in next 2 days, the trend will be so. So most likely, was as per my understanding, with whatever I understand on the higher frame and the market structure, I think that this could be the last leg going upside, if at all we are going up. The reason is the gold prices seems to be exhausted, and if you were to note the volumes of late, even though the prices were moving up, the volumes are not getting attracted by the bulls. So they are not taking that aggressive long position at this particular point of time. Either they are waiting out for the all-time high to be taken out, that is around 2452, I believe. Uh, Either the bulls are waiting for a breakout of all-time highs, or they are waiting for a pause for a decent correction to get into some kind of action, say around $200 of correction. That is what they are expecting. Maybe, I'm not sure about that, because the volume suggests that in the last few days they are not aggressive enough, or if they have been aggressive enough like the earlier months, we would have easily taken out a 2448 or 2452 by this time. We would have easily crossed. But if you were to see that there is a drag in the kind of rally that is going up, this is not the way that they face it out in the last leg of the rally. So I think that either they are waiting for a breakout about 2452, or they are waiting for a very decent correction of around $200 to get into the aggressive longs. Meanwhile, the same case with the bears too. Bears are getting nervous to get aggressive sell even though the prices are all time at the all time highs. They are not aggressive enough to take position. So that is the reason as to why we see that the volumes are very tepid for the last few days, even though there are a lot of news coming in. Not many aggressive trades have been open. Most likely, like many of them would have been in a wait and watch mode. Okay, what all said and done, today's trend still stands bullish. We still have one open target left at 2448. It may or may not happen as I'm saying, because this is the last leg as per my calculation. If at all we were to take out 2452 on the breakout basis, then that is another breakout level that we can watch out for. But as per the current market structure, 2448 seems to be the stretched target, which may or may not happen. So you need to be very careful in the last trade that you're going to take. I suggest that you take a trade only at the best buy if at all you're getting an opportunity. Now the levels have changed from the overnight scenario. The best buy level stands at 2412. The stop loss has moved from 2390 to 2400. So there's a good progress in the levels that has happened overnight. So take only very few quantity at 2412 with a strict stop loss at 2400, because $12 stop loss is very high comparatively to the other trades that we have been giving. Usually it's like a $7 or $8 stop loss, most likely. Doesn't exceed 10, 12 or $14. It's very high. That is the reason I am saying, like, you take a trade only at 2420 with a, sorry, 2412 with a stop loss at 2400. Okay. Looking at the volumes for the morning, yesterday you can see that this is very meager, like 46 contracts, 602 contracts, 752, almost like nil. Net, it's like a very low volumes that is taking place in the futures market. Remember, this is the original data, like this is the original open position that is open in the COMEX. So today also, like, there are few buying interest, but then not that aggressive enough. But I will consider this to be a very aggressive one, considering the first 4 hour of this particular trade. So some kind of buying activity was seen in the morning trade, and that is the reason as to why we can say that there are high chances for 2448 to be hit by end of the day. But then we'll see how things will go forward from here on, and see how the things are placed. Today is a GAN date, as I said, so there are chances for a high to be made. If the high is broken in the next 2 days, then there's another phase of breakout opening up. But as seen with the market structure that I'm seeing, the chances of reversal is quite possible now. But let us see how things will shape up. Be very careful in today's trade, because it's going to be a make or break day once again. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll stay connected in the evening, and we'll see how it goes from there. Thank you.